What's up? So we went thrifting today. I only went to one store and I only got 4 items. So I'm going to run through them real quick for you. Um, we'll start with these women's prana pants, like hiking pants. They have a roll tab down here by the ankle. They got the uh, flap pockets there. Prana, little P, big A. This is called the Haley pant. Halle, Haley pant. And we got some Lulu, women's Lulu. This is like some kind of turtleneck, active wear turtleneck. But once again, the tag has been removed. Here we are, right here. The tag's cut out. What do we do, right? The tag is cut out. So this one, the logo was a little more obvious. It's on the back nape, right? We look for the little logo. A lot of newer Lulu, the logo is going to be down here by the hem, right? If it's on pants, it might be lower, right? It's my understanding the newer Lulu, the logo is more prominently featured towards the bottom of the clothing item, because if you're layering stuff, right, you want people to see that little logo peeking out. If a woman's wearing like leggings or something, the logo would have normally been at the butt, right? Now we're putting it down by the calf so people can see the logo, because that's the most important thing, right? Everybody's got to see what you're wearing. So yeah, so this one, I mean, it's hard. It's going to be hard for you to tell, but this one, it's pretty obvious that it was Lululemon. What I like to look for is like a lot of these like little panels. You can kind of see the two-tone here. I look for like the panels and like just, I don't know. It's hard to say. Yeah, sometimes like the feel of it. So like this one feels like a little more scratchy. This is like some kind of like blended material. I don't know. Um, but I look for paneling. I don't really know how else to describe it, right? You can see here it's got like this kind of elastic scrunchy thing going on. You just kind of have to you have to just find a bunch of Lululemon. It's so hard to explain. Like you'll know it when you see it. When you pick it up enough times, you'll know it when you see it. Then we got this fairway and green quarter zip. It's seems pretty nondescript at first glance. However, it is from the F&G Tech line. F&G Tech, not simply fairway and green. This is F&G Tech. So you can look up FG Tech quarter zip. Check out the sell-through. Let me know what you think, right? I always get so confused as to what category to list these types of things. Do we list in the golf category? I definitely don't do that. I don't list in the golf and sporting goods category, but I will list in men. I do list everything in men's clothing, right? But do I list in like men's sweaters, or do I list it under activewear, right there, or do we list it under like jackets and vests? Because they're spread out across the board on all of those categories. They like these quarter zips kind of fall into such a weird, like, they kind of fit into multiple categories. Hard to say, but it's something to think about when you are listing your items. Think about, am I like, obviously if it's a t-shirt or if it's like a button-up shirt, button-ups are going to be listed in casual button-down shirts. T-shirts are going to be listed under t-shirts, but certain things that kind of fall into different categories, it's important to go through and check how many are listed within each category. So something like this, I would check activewear. Man, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I would check the activewear, right? And then I would check like men's sweaters, right? So if there's 1,000 listed and there's 800 listed under activewear and then 200 listed under men's sweaters, obviously I'm going to list under activewear, right? But if we check the sell-through, right? So say for whatever reason, right, we have the 800 listed under activewear, right? And then we check the sell through on that, and there's 200 sold out of the 800. But then we go over to men's sweaters where there's only 200 listed, and we check the sell through on that, and it's 100 sold, right? That's a 50% sell through as opposed to, like, I don't know, like a 30% sell through in activewear. So maybe the item, there's more items of that in the activewear category, but the sell-through isn't as good, right? Because it's a little more saturated. But if we bump it into men's sweaters, right, maybe that would give us a slightly better chance of selling the item in a shorter amount of time, right? Just something to think about. And when I got a pair of these, first time ever finding these, it's called 34 Heritage men's jeans. You know, I mean, honestly, just a pretty simple pair of jeans. I don't know what's so special about them, but there is a demand, so I picked them up. These were on a fresh rack that they just rolled out, and that was the first thing I thought. I was like, well, it's just a basic pair of jeans. But anytime I find a pair of jeans of a brand that I have never heard of, and there's a lot of jeans out there, anytime it's a brand I've never heard of, I always give it a check, right? Most of the time, they are not worth it. That was my seltzer that I was opening. I figured I'll wet my whistle here, even though I just kind of ran out of things to talk about. But I guess circling back to the beginning of the video, I said how I only went to one store and only got 4 things. 4 doesn't seem like a lot, right? You would, when you see like thrift haul videos, it's always like, I got all this stuff, right? Well, I go into the thrifts and I am only looking for very specific stuff. I'm looking for stuff that I can sell immediately, right? The seltzer is not working for me. Like, I want stuff that will turn over quickly, or at least within a reasonable amount of time, because I don't have a ton of money to play with, right? I can't be loading items into my store that might take, 6 months to sell or a year to sell. I just don't have the money for that right now. So I have to find the stuff that sells well in a short amount of time. Not necessarily for a lot of money. I need to find the stuff that sells well, right, and makes me money in a short amount of time. So, for example, I picked up this Ralph Lauren shirt today, and it had a logo I wasn't really familiar with, and it's called the Scribble logo. I don't know if that's the official term, but it's like all like the initials, Polo, Ralph Lauren, and then like some other letters. They're all kind of stacked on each other. It just looks like a jumbled mess. And it was a men's button up. It was a size small, and it had this logo. And I was like, all right, it's a pretty basic Ralph item. And that's the one thing you obviously run into a lot with Ralph stuff, is there's a lot of just basic everyday stuff. We want the, things that kind of stand out. So I was like, does this logo, right, being that it's a more uncommon logo, does this elevate a basic piece to the next level that I would want to pick it up, right? So I had to factor in a few things. It was a small. It was just a basic button-up shirt, and it was blue. It was just solid blue, basic button-up, but it just had this big logo on the pocket, and I'd never seen that logo. I thought it was just some random golf course logo. But I left it because it was $10, and I'm not paying $10 for that, for a small blue, just Polo Ralph, even with the logo. So I left it, right? So we need to be conscious of that stuff. We can't be all like, ooh, look what I just found, and throw it in the cart, and you have to have it. We still need to practice the discipline of like, I don't need this, right? This isn't going to work for me. So if I go back in a couple weeks and that shirt's still there and it's on sale, maybe I'll grab it for $5 if it's 50% off or whatever. But as of right now, it's going to stay over there because I don't want that. I don't know. I was hoping to keep this video short, But how much time do I have left? I don't have any time left. There's no time. So I'll make a video tomorrow. See ya.